The story of King Amaziah is a message you won't hear very often from priests or pastors. However, the lessons of his story from 2 Chronicles chapter 25 and 2 Kings chapter 14 should not be overlooked. Amaziah was 25 years old when he became king of Judah. He was a king who did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, but not with a loyal heart. He had a great start as king. In verse 3, it stated that once Amaziah became king, he took revenge on the servants who killed his father. However, Amaziah chose not to harm the children of these servants. In verse 4, it's explained that Amaziah's decision not to punish the children of his father's killers was based on the law of Moses. This law, found in Deuteronomy 24 verse 16, states that each person is responsible for their sins and shouldn't be punished for the sins of their parents. These verses demonstrate Amaziah's commitment to following the law of Moses and his desire to establish justice without causing unnecessary harm. Next, Amaziah assembled an army of 300,000 men from Judah and Benjamin, and hired another 100,000 mercenaries from Israel, at a great financial cost to himself. However, a prophet came to Amaziah and warned him that the Lord was not with the Israelite mercenaries and that he shouldn't go to war with them. Amaziah listened to the prophet and sent the Israelite mercenaries back, losing the money he had paid them. His willingness to listen to the word of the Lord even when it meant sacrificing his own personal gain. Amaziah took his army to the Valley of Salt and killed 10,000 of the people of Seir. An additional 10,000 people were captured and then executed thereafter. Verse 14 begins with the downfall of King Amaziah. He had just defeated the Edomites in battle. After the victory, he brought back their gods and set them up as his own gods. This action angered the Lord, and a prophet was sent to rebuke Amaziah for his actions. The prophet said, "Why have you sought the gods of the people, which could not rescue their own people from your hand?" However, Amaziah refused to listen and continued to worship the Edomite gods. The prophet then said, "I know God has determined to destroy you, because you have done this and not heeded my advice." Thinking too highly of himself for beating the Edomites, King Amaziah then challenges King Joash of Israel to battle in verses 17 to 24. Joash attempts to warn Amaziah he is being boastful and will lose. He doesn't listen and Israel crushes Judah in battle. Amaziah is then captured and lives out the rest of his days in Jerusalem until he is murdered after fleeing to the city of Lachish. One of the main lessons that can be learned from this chapter is the importance of following God's commands. Amaziah is initially praised for his obedience to God, and he is rewarded with success in battle. However, when he takes the spoils of war and sets up idols to worship, he angers the Lord and ultimately suffers defeat in battle. We must always remain faithful to God, even in times of success. Another lesson that can be learned is the danger of pride and arrogance. Amaziah became overconfident in his military might, and he challenged the king of Israel to battle. Despite warnings from a prophet, Amaziah went ahead with his plans and suffered a humiliating defeat. We must be humble and to seek the Lord before making important decisions. Finally, the chapter also highlights the importance of loyalty and trustworthiness. Amaziah's own people turned against him after he angered the Lord, and he was ultimately killed by conspirators. This reminds us that we should always strive to be loyal and trustworthy in our relationships, both with God and with others. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to this channel and leave a comment down below. I will do my best to respond to all messages. Have a great day.